Hi, Rupert. Thank you so much for all of your everything. What I heard, my name is John. Hi, everybody. What I heard just a little bit ago, it opened a crack. When you were talking about, and I just want to see if we can go any deeper with the part about understanding love and beauty and its relationship to thinking, feeling, and perceiving. And especially when you were talking about the linearity of our thought and that crack, I think you were going to reference that crack as an opening. You mentioned reality coming in. Just wondering if we could go any deeper with that, if I understood it correctly, and if we could go any deeper with that.
Yes, the mind lives in time. The way we think would not be able to. It would not be possible to think without presuming time. Time and thought are almost synonymous. So, thought is an abstract category of experience that we impose, that the mind imposes onto the reality of our experience. So it seems that time is from the point of view of the finite mind, time is something that is considered to be very real. Time is considered to be part of the fabric of reality. It's not. It's just a way of thinking. No one's ever experienced time. All we ever experience is the eternal now. Nobody's ever visited the past. You can't leave the now and step into the past, or leave the now and go into the future. Nobody's ever left the now for a fraction of a second. And so we have no actual experience of time. The now is not a moment that's travelling through time. There is no time for the now to travel through. Now is eternity. Now, the now is not going anywhere. It hasn't come from anywhere. There is no time present for the now to be travelling through. But that's not how thought thinks. That's not consistent with our model of reality that thought presents to us. So every now and then an experience happens to us that it's like an intervention. It's like a vertical intervention in the horizontal line of time that brings us back, that brings us out of the adventure of time into the now. And the experiences of understanding, love, and beauty are three such experiences. If you think of your let's take the example of a joke. A good storyteller will tell a joke and will slowly wind up their audience, building up the anticipation where the joke is going towards some point in the future, and a good storyteller will eke out the story so that the sense of expectation is heightened. We're being led somewhere. But then when the punchline of the joke comes, that sense of expectation, which has been wound up in us, that sense of expectation comes to an end because the experience of understanding takes place. We understand the joke. So the experience of understanding brings the mind to an end. Previously the mind was following this story, and then the moment understanding takes place, the mind comes to an end. And in other words, we're taken out of time. So understanding is the experience through which we're taken out of time. We literally visit eternity. We are taken to eternity in that moment. That's what understanding is, a vertical intervention in the horizontal line of time. And as a result, the body we laugh. Why do we laugh? Because it's not only the mind that understands, the body, the understanding has an impact on the body, like your smile. but that the whole body participates in this event. That there's this tremendous relaxation in the body. There's knot of tension. Not only has the mind been wound up into a state of tension, but the body is in a state of tension. And then the moment of understanding takes place. That there is this. At the mind, we call it understanding. The level of the in relation to the mind, we call it understanding, but the body's response to that is laughter. It's a relaxation of tension, a dropping of the tension. So, and exactly the same thing happens in the experience of love or beauty.
Thank you.
It's the same is true of a poem. Very often, the meaning of a poem is not clear until the last line. So you follow the poem, and the poem takes the mind on a journey in time. But then very often the last line of the poem makes sense of the whole poem. And that's when the mind comes to an end in understanding.
Why?
It's unsatisfactory to read, sorry to interrupt, it's unsatisfactory to read half a poem. We're left hanging. You want to go on. You want that resolution at the end.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Same with a piece of classical music. You start with a keynote, you modulate through all kinds of keys, but you come back in the end, and there are all kinds of dissonant harmonies. But you come back at the end to resolution. So you listen to the music, you get taken on this journey. Some of it very, very dissonant. But then you're always led back to resolution. And the resolution is the place where the mind's activity comes to an end. The place of peace, the place of beauty. Some physical objects have that same power to arrest our attention, to intervene in our thought processes, to disturb us. To disturb the normal way we think. I'm always thinking and going towards the future. Some objects have the power to literally to take our attention, almost to grab our attention, to take it away from the future, to intervene in that process. In other words, like Cezanne said, to give us a taste of nature's eternity. Some objects, works of art, have that power. That's their purpose.